As we ventured through the dense woods, our footsteps muffled by the thick underbrush, I couldn't help but feel a tingling unease creeping up my spine. The night had a strange stillness, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Our group of friends, bound by a shared curiosity and the need to prove our mettle, trudged onward. We were drawn by the hushed whispers that spoke of a door to nowhere in the middle of this forest. Tonight, we dared to put the legend to the test. Under the ghostly light of the moon, casting shadows that seemed to whisper secrets, we confronted the door, each of us clutching a trembling candle. As the clock neared 1:13, our hearts pounded in our chests. We whispered, "I am not 3 or 1," and rapped 4 times on the door. The anticipation was palpable, hanging heavy in the air like a storm about to break. Then, door responded, shivering and groaning, revealing an abyss, blacker than black, that seemed to swallow the very essence of the night. We peeked in, and within that chilling void, an equal number of eyes stared back at us. A group of teenagers, exact replicas of ourselves, their gazes penetrating, their smiles unnervingly enigmatic. A gasp escaped my lips, and we instinctively stepped back. The doppelgangers emerged slowly and deliberately, their eerie smiles never wavering. Instinct took over as we stumbled back, our camaraderie shattered by the bizarre sight. And like startled deer, we bolted, scattering into the woods, our footfalls blending into a chaotic symphony. I ran, my heart thundering in my chest, the rustling leaves around me echoing with the maddening sound of footsteps. Paralyzed by fear, I dared not glance around, unsure if the steps were my own or belonged to something else, something far more sinister. Exhausted and panting, I finally burst from the woods, my breath ragged as the tangled branches released their grip. But my friends were nowhere in sight, lost to the obsidian depths of the forest. Disoriented and shaken, I stumbled forward, my feet carrying me away from the nightmarish scene. Slipping into my home, I crept into my room, seeking refuge beneath the covers, trying to erase the terrifying encounter from my mind. Sleep was elusive, the night haunted by the whispered questions of my friend's fate. Morning's tentative light brought a glimmer of hope, and I found myself reaching for my phone. Urgent texts were sent, calls made, and soon we gathered in the park, our faces a mixture of disbelief and shared dread. One by one, we recounted the nightmare, each revealing their own chilling experience. The weight of the truth settled upon us, our camaraderie forged by a shared horror. And since that nightmarish ordeal, the woods became an uncharted territory none of us were willing to tread again. However, as time stretched on, the camaraderie that had bound us seemed to fray. I found myself drifting from my friends. The relentless thought that gnawed at the edges of my mind was impossible to ignore. Was the group that escaped those cursed woods truly the same group of teenagers that ventured into those foreboding woods that fateful night?